channel, it's Bella here. In today's tutorial I created this beautiful halo eye using the new Jaclyn Morphe Armed and Gorgeous palette. So if you want to see how I achieved this look, then just keep on watching. So the first thing that I did was I grabbed my Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer, and I just used this as a primer. So I just applied it all over my eyelid, and then I went in with a damp beauty sponge to blend it out, and then I set it with some translucent powder just so that blending eyeshadows will be a lot easier. The first shade that I jumped into is the shade Access, and I really love this shade. This is probably my favorite shade out of all the palettes, just because it's just such a beautiful shade, and it is very yellow, but it does have a little bit of an orange tint to it. And yeah, I just put that in my crease as my transition shade. The next shade that I went in with is the shade Top Secret, which is this matte green shade, and I just used a defined angled brush and I just put that in my crease, drawing a line above my actual crease. And as I explain in all my videos, the reason why I use an angled brush to create such a harsh line is because it really helps me control the product and not take it up too far. And then I go back in with the shade Access, and I just go in with a fluffy brush just to really blend out that line. So just going in back and forth motions. And if you feel like you still want more depth with the green shade, you can definitely go back in to Top Secret and then blend it out with the shade Access once again. And next I'm grabbing the shade Prowl, which is this dark matte brown shade. And I'm just taking an angled brush once again and I'm redefining the crease. And I really like to layer up my eyeshadows like this to get the most blended look. And I find that it's actually the fastest way for me personally. And then I went back into the shade Access once again just to really blend out that line and make sure that we have no harsh edges. And then I went back into the Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer and I just cleaned up my lid space. This step is optional, but I really like to do this because I just feel like it really cleans up the look even more. And then I set my lid with some translucent powder, and then I went back into the shade Access and I just applied that on the inner and outer corner of my lid, going in light tapping motions as you see me doing here. And then I went into the shade Top Secret with a smaller little blending brush. I believe this one is from Dose of Colors. And I just feathered that green shade really lightly on the inner and outer corners, just blending it into that Access shade. And then I grabbed the shade Prowl, the dark matte brown shade, and I grabbed that same small brush and I just put this on the very inner and outer corners of my eyelid, lightly feathering it in to the green shade and the transition shade that we first used. And you can repeat all those steps if you feel like you want to add more depth or if you feel like you want it to be more blended. I just like to bounce back into the shadows that I used to build up the color in the first place, and I find that that's how I get a really blended look. And then I went back in with the Born This Way multi-use concealer and I just cleaned up the very center part, and that's because I feel like I blended the green shade a little too close to the center, so I just wanted a clean canvas on the very center part. And then I went in with the eyeshadow in the shade Coin, which I love. It's a really pretty deep gold shimmery shade, and I just popped that on the very center. And then I went in with my NYX glitter primer and my BH Cosmetics gold glitter, and I just packed that all over the very center of my eyelid just to add a pop to the center even more. And then I went in with some liquid liner. This one is from Smashbox. It's the Always On liquid liner. And then I went in with some new Sofie Bella lashes that will be releasing very soon. And then I just popped some lower lash mascara, and that's the finished look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you want to be entered in this month's giveaway, make sure that you are subscribed to our channel, that you have your post notifications turned on, that you liked this video, and then comment done afterwards, and you'll be entered in all of our giveaways coming up. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.